Well, hello there. It's been an age since I have been on live, and I'm coming to you this afternoon, Saturday afternoon, from the office. So, a big hello for anybody that's going to join me live, and hello for anybody that's joining me on the replay. I haven't done a money training for ages, and I wanted to explain. Hi, Miss Smith, how are you? I wanted to explain why I've decided to do it today and what has prompted me to do it, and kind of some of the exciting developments that have happened for me personally this week, and how I think that may and might help you with where you are in your life. So this money training is about striving. It's about creating and being excited and being in ease for the future. So if that is even possible, to be excited and to be in ease for the future coming. So what I wanted to explain a wee bit before we dive into the training is, as if you've been following my posts and if you've been following the Wellness Seeker, you know that we've been changing a lot. We've got a YouTube channel, we're launching a new professional course, blah, 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 all of this brilliant stuff. And it's been quite chaotic and quite crazy, actually. But it has been nonetheless brilliant, and I've been working incredibly hard. So if you know anything about me and you have been following me for a while, you know I work really hard. And you know I'm all about the emotion, that everything that I do within the Wellness Seeker is all about emotion. And what I discovered this week was that those two things, working really hard and emotion, came together in this kind of really peculiar way and gave me what I would say is a technique that I will definitely use for the rest of my life, because it has made an immense difference to the quality of my life this week. And we've had some big things happen in the office this week, some very difficult stuff, and it has not fazed me at all. So the quality of my life has improved dramatically this week, and I wanted to share that with you and explain why and explain how you can maybe get some of that action, which is all that Wellness Seeker is about. So this is for you if you're striving, if you're pushing forward, if you are always seem to be in the forward, or always seem to be planning, always seem to be thinking of the next thing, always seem to be thinking about what you need to get, where you need to be, and you can never kind of quite settle. So if any of that's familiar, give me a wee heart, give me a thumbs up, give me some comments so that I know that I'm on the right wavelength for you. And this is something that I share with my success coaching girls. So if any of you are here, hello, during the week, and they were amazed at it as well. But most of us are all striving, and especially the girls that are in the success group, they're all striving. They're all looking for the next level. They're all looking for new business. They're all looking for, maybe transformations with their body, whatever it is you're looking for. We're all bloody striving, every one of us. And for me, I can get caught too heavily in that striving. And what I know for sure is that when we're caught in that striving, when we're caught continuously in striving, it can feel like the lack place. It can feel like that you don't have where you're going yet. It's not there yet. You're not reaching it there. You're not having it yet. It can feel really heavy. And it can feel like it can feel lack. That's the only word I have used to describe it. It can feel like you don't have what you want yet. You're striving to get it. It's missing. It's not there. And when I use all that language, the feeling in that language is heavy. The feeling in that language is difficult. The feeling in that, when you're thinking like that, when you're striving, the language is always around not having yet, to do more to get more, And it creates such unease, and as I know it does for me, I'm always looking for the next step, the next level of business, the next move. And the dis-ease in that is really difficult. So if anybody's striving and feels those difficult feelings, then they'll know what I'm talking about. But the question that I have for you today, and the question I had for myself this week, was amazing. And there's part of me still coming to terms with what I found this week, which is why I probably laugh and smile throughout this money training, is that what are we striving for? Like, what is it that I'm striving for? Okay, I'm striving for a successful business. I'm striving to grow the Wellness Seeker. I'm striving to grow our Wellness Seeker team. I'm striving for all of that. I'm striving to have the Wellness Seeker hired more and more. I'm striving for all of that. There's no doubt about that. But why? Because of the feelings that I will get when I reach there. Now, give me a thumbs up or a heart. Julie, if this is making any sense to you, please do let me know. The reason that I'm striving is because of the feelings that I'll have once I obtain what I'm looking to strive towards. And that suddenly occurred to me. My God, yes. It's not the thing itself, but it's the feeling that you get when you have the thing. And it's the feeling that you get from the success, and it's the feeling that you get from helping people, and it's the feeling that you get from knowing that what you do is being heard. It's that feeling that you get, and that's immense. And I was doing a bit of training myself this week, and we were working on the feeling of having what you want, and that automatically brought me some ease, which was amazing. It automatically brought me into ease. So if we're striving, if we are creating this feeling of lack, and the lack shows up, the less than, the not having enough, the not getting there, the not being there, shows up in disgruntled and lack of energy and heaviness, and it shows up in the lack and the now, and it creates an imbalance in this now, in this place, in this Saturday afternoon at 1:45, then you're not living a very, 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 one, productive life, and two, you're not living a very settled, easeful life, if that makes sense. So how do you change that? Which is what I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you how you can actually change that now, in this minute, when you're finished this training, go and practice it, because it's one of the best techniques that I have ever come across. So before you all put the phone down on me, before you all press finish, I'm not listening to this, hear me out for the next 2 minutes. We all know that gratitude, we all know that gratitude's a wonderful practice, and we're grateful for having, and we shouldn't strive, and that's part of the puzzle, yes, but it's not all of it. What I discovered this week is that when we are in gratitude for what we're striving for, now let me explain that. When we're in gratitude for what we're striving for, so if you are striving today for being well, if you're striving from being physically well, if you're striving for better business, if you're striving for better relationships, whatever you're striving for at this minute in time, if we can imagine having that already, so if you can imagine, so for me, if I can imagine that the professional end of this business has taken off, and that we are servicing more people, and that I'm helping other professionals learn some of the stuff, learn some of this emotional stuff. If I imagine what that is like, and I am grateful for having already achieved it. Here's the key. If I am grateful for already achieving what I'm striving for, and I close my eyes and I practice a wee bit, and I think how grateful, how brilliant, how amazing that is to have already got it, have got there. So you're in gratitude. You're like saying, thank you so much for having achieved that. Thank you so much for already being in that place, that you're forward thinking your future, and you're getting the feelings of the things that you're striving for in this now. You don't have to wait to achieve it. You're getting the feelings now. And you surround yourself with the feelings of what it will be like to achieve, and you're getting them now, today. You see how passionate I am about it, because it really does work. So if you can sit for 2 minutes and do 2 things. It's only 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes in the morning. But it'll set you up for the rest of the day. If you can do 2 things. If you can take a quick note of what you're grateful for today, and then take a note of how the gratitude that you would feel for getting what you're striving for, whatever that looks like. I'm going to say it again. If you can sit in quiet practice today, just after you finish this video, and be eternally grateful for some of the small stuff that you have today, and then practice the gratitude for having the things that you're wanting, the things that you're striving for. Like, practice getting your mind ready for the receiving of those things, as if you already have them, as if you're in them and you are eternally grateful. Like, if it's health, could you imagine that if you were looking to get well, if you're looking to get well in yourself, if it's a health issue, and you're looking really to get well internally, could you imagine the gratitude that you would feel if someone came along, if a doctor or a nurse came along and said, listen, all's clear? Could you imagine the gratitude? Could you imagine the intense feelings that you would have inside your heart? Could you imagine what that would feel like? So practice that, because do you know what happens? And it's the most peculiar thing that happened to me this week. I've been doing this all week. I've been in practice in gratitude. Just, it's 2 seconds for me, for everything that we've achieved here, everything that we've achieved, and for my beautiful family. And I have been in deep gratitude for that. And then I have flipped into gratitude for everything that I'm striving for. I have imagined that everything that I'm striving for is already here. And I'm feeling the power of it, and I'm feeling the greatness of it. And I'm so pleased and delighted that I have it. I'm so pleased and delighted that I've created everything that I've ever wanted. And what's amazing is, then the being and the now transforms, because I have all of the feelings that I've been trying to get. I have all of those feelings inside me, and there's this ease. There's no pressure in getting. But whilst there's no pressure, here's what's amazing. There's no pressure in making it happen, but here's what's amazing. There's this kind of new energy that builds. There's this kind of new directional energy that builds inside you, and it's like, what could I do? But it's easeful. And what came to me this week was, God, I haven't done a live in ages. I feel so easy and free about where we're going. I know it's coming. I'm in great gratitude for it coming. I can't believe we're there. And what really struck me this week is that I wanted to reach out to you. I wanted to spend some time with you. I haven't seen you for ages. I haven't been around you for ages. And I thought, God, I want to go back out and to the audience. I've been thinking, God, I haven't done a live for ages. I haven't done a workshop for ages. And kind of this joy has returned, and the joy of what I want to do with the Wellness Seeker has returned. And there's a real ease and a real flow, which is why I've done this mini training today. I haven't done a mini training in ages, but I felt really pulled. And it feels like when you're really happy with the now and you're really secure in the future, there's an ease and a pleasure that happens in the now. But inside that ease and pleasure, there's this kind of new energy that builds. There's this kind of new... And that energy seems to, and it seems peculiar, but that energy seems to give more fuel to the dream. And it seems to give more energy to what you want. And you seem to be able to create what you want with greater ease, greater power, greater tenacity, and greater clarity. It's the most peculiar thing. But look, don't take my word for it. Practice it. Nora, I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Is anybody else kind of getting the vibe? You might have to watch this a few times, because when I started pulling this training together, when I started kind of doing that, it was immense. The feelings are quite overwhelming of it. So what I would say again to you is, just to recap, if you can take 2 seconds in the morning to be in gratitude for what you have, 1 or 2 things is enough. And then forward flip and think about how grateful you would be to have what you want and need in your life, and the feelings that you would have if you had it, and the way that you would feel about what you're striving for if you had it in this moment, in this now, and how amazing that would be and how grateful you would be. What that does is it creates a space. It creates an energy. It creates a free, it takes all of the yuck out of the now. It takes all of the yuck out of the striving, and it really settles you. And in that place of settling becomes this new energy. In that place of settling comes this new way of feeling about the world, and it's just an amazing settled thing. I haven't been this settled, I don't think ever. And funny enough, I didn't practice this morning because I was in the office early. And I was in the office early because we were doing some success coaching as well. And I was in the office early, and now immediately want to go back and do a wee bit before I kind of start the day. So practice it every day. It's the most amazing thing. And watch the ease and flow, but also the excitement for the future. Is anybody any questions? And if anybody has any questions, or they would maybe, you see, this is the way it works. Maybe we'll do some live coaching around it. Maybe we'll do a wee exercise next week. So if anybody would like to do some, maybe we can do it on Zoom where we could all meet virtually. Let me know what you think. This is kind of the way it has me going. It has me flowing kind of back and forward. So if anybody's up for any of that, if anybody'd like some extra training on it, if anybody'd like to get together and do some of that work, we could do it virtually. Let me know how you feel about that. Let me know how you think about that. And let me know if it worked for you. But try it immediately, because for me this week it has been, and I will practice it for the rest of my days because it has been that transformative for me. So at 10 to 1 on a Saturday evening, imagine. We're living the high life. I am going to let you all go and go back to wherever you have been and enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your week. I know, as Shauna, that's how I feel. I feel excited. It feels exciting. It feels exciting for the future, and it feels really good in the now. That's as much as I can explain it. So try it. See how you go. Try it and let me know how you get on. And I'll see you soon. Okay. Bye. Bye-bye. Have a nice Saturday. Bye-bye.